We don't care. We're playing it. Go. You could win us. You could win us the game. You will win us the game. They've got their board. We could live. We're gonna overwhelm them in a matter of turns. That has got to be our luck, though, man. Withering Whale's looking really, really sexy right now. Double Anivia. Double Warmother's Call. I never even thought about playing 2 of them. There's 2 of these going on. We get 2 minions every turn until we're out. That's about right. Jesus, I don't feel like we had good luck at all that game, but we did end up getting through. Ooh, cool. This deck is gonna be super obnoxious. It's gonna be, it would actually be probably really good if we had Rhymefang Wolf, because it can kill Braum super easily, but it having, it's gonna be shield heavy. I think we do keep that. These are honestly all decent cards. I don't know if we're gonna need the life super early. I'd rather have some like removal. Well, I mean, Tryndamere is Nexus removal, if that counts. What's weird is Catalyst of Aeons doesn't even ramp us to Ruination, really. Because you have to spend a lot of mana. Like, you have to spend 5 mana to get 1 mana, and so then you don't have enough spell mana for that usually afterwards. I will never spend any mana for the rest of this game. I don't give a shit.
How can Braum help?
I will go ahead and do this, though. Still, there's not much else I'm doing right now. None of my spells are particularly good against Braum, besides Ruination. So our goal is just to find a window where we can Ruination when they have their shields down. Basically ASAP as well.
The eye of twilight sees all.
Like, this turn would have been perfect, but we can't.
Winter take you.
And he can still get 3 damage. Basically, we're doing this
This is fun.
for no real reason. We just wanted to have something. We want to play something, you know, get something on the board that could block in case they're doing something, but also not spend too much of our mana so we can afford to Ruination this turn. We'll pass. I will pass. I would like to keep Ruination up as a defensive thing, but they gotta go. Oh, baby, baby. Is that a surrender? Keeping Ruination up. Keeping Ruination up. I'll take 2 champs, 3 Elnuks, please. I'll take 2 champs, 3 Elnuks, please. All right, he didn't quit. So my gloating is for nothing. But you know what? It felt good. Did he have a good follow-up? He has a decent follow-up. I got a better one.
Will unite us all.
Your mother will unite us all. Anivia is much better later in the game. I really want to we're just going to start throwing Tryndameres down, by the way. Just going to like, Tryndamere, oh, there you go. They're going to Will of Ionia it, and I'll be super salty, but that's okay. Dude, giving Tryndamere +8/+4 would actually be nuts. Tryndamere having his own Battle Fury. I think he's mad now. He's not even mad then. That's when he gets mad. Is that metal stuck in his fucking...
Our banner will lead the way.
So they're gonna bury or something, and we could still deal the 1 point of damage. So they're gonna have to have 2 sources of barrier. They probably have this flip-flop. Oh, they're not gonna barrier. How insanely weird is that? Their deck is mostly Frost then? Oh, Tryndamere also died. Damn. I actually thought that he would live. He only had 4 health. Shows how much I play Tryndamere, I guess, huh? Alright, if we play Anivia this turn, we're happy, so we just play Anivia. We still got 4 mana, but we're at 20 Nexus HP. Nothing they have is that scary, so we do not care. Poros! They were secretly Poros this whole time? You can't just be Poros and not tell me. This will kill, if we Avalanche now, it being combined with Anivia attack will kill both of these.
Wrapped in cold silence.
So they're probably just gonna double freeze again. We don't really care. We can actually use Trindamir's Battle Fury in response. Ruination's looking better now if they kill our Trindamir. Until Trindamir dies, though, we're not that interested.
This is our time.
We're really only ahead right now because of how great Ruination was in that situation.
Let's soar.
Sorry. We want to attack. You attack with the Trindamir first because you just want to get the damage in. He doesn't seem to have any kind of life steal. So what do they do? This is 2 damage to everything. Really, really good, by the way. I wish so champions, right, and all followers have these massive art. I really wish these had like an art like that too. Oh my god, double Poro snacks all the way across the sky. It's still not bad. I guess it doesn't die instantly though.
You've gone and spooked them.
This is almost enough for the kill. Almost enough. I think we just Vile Feast this. Shen. Actually. This will cause all their stuff to die. I mean, this will be alive, but we don't really care about that. I probably should have played Trindamir's Wrath as well, since we're not doing anything else.
Tomorrow we rise anew.
So they could probably just kill Anivia? Maybe they have Shatter? I think Shatter's the one if it has 0 attack, do a thing. I wonder if we give an ally plus 8/4, and it's Agnivia, it transforms, it probably loses it. If we do this, actually, we get to still play Warmother's Call next turn, so we'll just do that. That's fine. We're in like a fine spot. I'm not too worried at all at this point. We have insane board, insane plays for the next following turns. They didn't quite get there. I wonder if they're playing any Von Yips, because Von Yip is insanely... Okay, Poros aren't insanely good, but in a deck where you're going to play Poros, you want to be playing Von Yip. All right, no Yasuo, please. Ooh, maybe a Cloning Ash deck? Possibly. Dude, I gotta tell you, I don't know if I'll remember to mention it in the deck highlight, but do not play against the Yasuo decks with this. Holy crap, do they poop on your chest. Early control, and then a ramp into the... But, like, our man, that would be so clunky. I hate Catalyst of Aeons, actually. I think that's a card that I should probably take out. I know that you're supposed to get to the late game faster, but man, is it so... Is it just such a dead card? Like in the late game, you draw it, all it does is heal your Nexus by 3. At least in Hearthstone, like you get to draw an additional card when you use like a ramp that you don't get value out of. But not in this. What do you think they got? Ash? They're gonna just drop Ash on 3 mana? Heal me 3 life. Thank you. Are you going to trade with me? Are ya? We're setting up for a board wipe anyway. We got a lot of control tools right now, which is really nice. Just gotta find time to use them and what to use them on. We gotta make sure, you know, to use our tools wisely.
You can see the Debastian border from here.
Sure. I like this. We don't need to give him the card yet. This puts it in range of Avalanche. Even though it's already in range of this. But now when they Vile Feast my 3/1, I'll be able to Avalanche them in return. Yep. They're wasting even more mana than us, and our deck probably has a better late game than theirs does. That's actually pretty nice. It's good against spiders, and we don't know how many spiders they're playing, but they are... I mean, doesn't mean... Hiccup, sorry. This doesn't mean spiders, it just means it's really good. Ooh. Okay. I would like to get to 10 mana.
Stay back.
I'm okay with this. Are they okay with this? This doesn't seem like a good block for a good attack for them. I guess it's like okay, but it doesn't seem great, that's for sure. I guess I use this just to start using some mana. It does let him draw a card, but I don't know. Avalanche seems like it might be way better right now. But we have a Ruination, so maybe we don't need to keep up Avalanche. Is Avalanche actually going to get better than this? 3 cards. God, that card is too powerful. I'm never going to stop complaining. Every time I see it, I'm going to complain. All right, I'll stop. You caught me. I'll stop being a baby. I kind of wish that they didn't change this card. I wish it still had whatever the lifesteal. Instead of, it didn't heal your Nexus by 3, it healed for every damage it dealt. I guess that is kind of bad, though. Can't really play anything this turn. Jeez. All right, we'll just Avalanche. They've already used 2 Glyphs from Beyonds, right? One, no, that's actually their first one, so they definitely have 2 more. And they draw, the thing is, Glimpse from Beyond, you draw more Glimpse from Beyonds, right? Because you draw more cards, so you're more likely to draw more of them. But, you know, because it's a card draw, any card draw card you just draw more of, the more you play. And we absolutely just drop a fat old Anivia here. Almost no matter what they play. Unless they spend 10 mana on some big-ass spell. Did I call it? Or did I call it? That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Is it worth Ruination? No. I still think... Do I just play... I'm not going to Ruination it no matter what. I would Avalanche it, and then it would leave me at 6 mana. It's just so awkward. Alright, I'm just going to play the Anivia. Anivia can block some of the damage, like this right here.
I will endure.
They got no mana. $10 mana spell. Holy shit. I mean, they're throwing away a lot of cards. Are they trying to draw their whole deck? Definitely seems that way. What the hell is that light? Heartbeat monitor, whatever it's called. Phew. Man, this plus Atrocity is actually disgusting, though. Being able to Atrocity a Tryndamere to deal 8 damage and have it level up to do another 9. Yeah, that's pretty sick. We assume this Anivia is dead, but can they kill it twice? Man, I'm so excited for a new set of cards to come out.
Ash, I didn't expect this.
Fate can be cruel.
All right, see what they got. They're probably going to block the Tryndamere to kill it. Okay. I mean, I assume that they're going to, block and freeze the Tryndamere, but they did not freeze the Tryndamere. It's funny, that actually does 2 damage to the Nexus because this is Overwhelmed, so the extra 1 point of damage did indeed go through.
I'll never yield.
Unify the tribes.
So sad that Tryndamere plus this is 14 mana. This is 13 mana, that'd be such a fucking sick turn, like play in 1 turn. Man, Tryndamere is so good. Sometimes he's just too slow, but typically nah.
We burn, then kindle anew.
What are the chances they could revive it again right now? Do we even care?
Let rage fill your soul.
That was a dumb play. That was definitely a dumb play. I should have just attacked him. Or sorry, not attacked him. I should have just vengeanced it. Because, how many more do you need to level up? 3 more? Because they're just going to freeze Tryndamere. They're never going to let Tryndamere attack. But if they don't let, even if they don't let Tryndamere attack, that's not that bad. Because Tryndamere is going to get frozen to deal 0 damage. We can give it another +8/+4. And the thing is, it's all, like... Okay, well, they definitely have another one. Flash freeze, yeah.
The time is right. Strike now.
Not too bad, honestly.
Join the conflagration.
The fact... Man, Frost is so good against exactly what we have going on. Let's make them use another spell. Let's make them freeze us again. Or, if they don't have it, they just dead, yo. That was a triple Tryndamere finish, man. We just got a fucking... We drew everyone in the deck, we just played all 3 Tryndameres, and that's how we won. Sometimes that's what control decks look like. It's just 8 mana fucking champions to take them from 20 to 0. Slow spells are powerful, but they also are useless. That's what it should say. They're not useless. Slow spells are powerful, but like, Jesus, the amount of like 1 mana buff spells that can eat your avalanche, or, you know, not even just deny, like anything that can do resolve before your removal spell does, is just so powerful. Let's go ahead and keep the avalanche. They're playing Lucian, which is at 2 HP. Okay. Got a cute minion. Hopefully we could draw our Warmother's Call. We really would like to play that and win with it. We're only playing 2 of them, I think, because you don't want to draw a lot. See, it sounds legit. This is an interesting card. It is good, but it does die to Vile Feast. Well, I guess not in this case. Damn.
Here we go.
That's really bad. Yeah, I guess we just attack for 1. That's our big play. Let's go. We're gonna take this money and add it to our... Ooh, that's not particularly good for us. I don't want to do anything. I don't even want to play that. It doesn't feel good right now. They're probably just going to attack, and I'm going to take 3. We have a lot of healing, though.
Where you go, I go.
We absolutely have to do this now, don't we? Yes, indeed. Otherwise, we're in trouble. I was actually really looking forward to use Catalyst of Aeons. They have 0 mana, so we're totally fine here. That was a very aggro play, but they definitely wanted to get it attacking, I guess.
We march.
Can't do much about that. I will keep my spell mana. We're ramping. Spend 5 mana to generate 1 mana. How much we're going 3, 6, 7 next turn. So we'll have 8 mana, which is going to be 1 short of a Ruination. We're not going to play Ruination though. We're going to play Soul Gorger probably. Ruination will be our backup. They don't have a good way to stop Ruination without Ionia, I don't think. I mean, other than the fact that it's a slow spell.
Sentinels
and that makes it kind of suck.
Fear the dark.
I'm not too scared of that. Double Soul Gorger.
Glory unrelenting.
Sure. I will just play a Soul Gorger.
I cannot be sated.
I cannot be sated. Yo, he's fat. What'd you
A
do?
lady has her secrets.
Soldiers, to me.
Alright, so we're probably just going to attack and then use Ruination. Maybe I should have just been planning on that the whole time anyway.
Slaughter the living.
Cool. So we know what 2 of their cards are. Now, can we get away with Tryndamere first.
Strength and grace, beauty in the play.
We'll just, we just have to Ruination, right? I don't see it being wise to do anything else. Although we probably would know they would play a For Demacia, but we don't want to risk them. We don't want to risk that they don't want to play it, you know? What's their last card?
I've got your back.
It is something pretty good. I mean, it's not amazing, you know, not that impactful. Oh, that would have been nice to have.
My
A good,
skill is-
well-timed Ruination. We're going down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to. We're not going to do that. We're just going to drop the Trendy. Doesn't matter what we drop. We might as well drop the Trendy first, I guess. I don't know if it matters that much. It's more mana this turn, and next turn we could kind of keep more mana. Capture a unit, okay. Detain is an insane top deck. Like, no joke, right? 5, 6, 7. So we're 1 mana short of being able to play this, this, and this. So that's 13. Well, I guess we just start with this. See if they can protect it, and then if they try to use a For Demacia to keep it alive.
Strength and
No! They're fucking busted, man. They're top decks. They're motherfucking top decks. Jesus. I'm saving this for a because they're gonna play For Demacia and we're gonna freeze that. Quit looking at me. Quit looking at me. Yeah, I will go ahead and do this. I'll go ahead and do this. Now, hopefully they For Demacia if they wanted to. All that does is 5 mana heal my Nexus by 3, so it's terrible right now. Why? Quit looking at me, bro. Pick up your staff. Look at them. Like, look at, he's not staring at me. I don't know what it is, but I actually hate the cosmetics in this game. There you go. You do that. You pay attention. Stop that. I think the Poro they got is like the best. He has the right balance. All right, we'll freeze that because we want him to attack with that. Right. Pretty good. We have 2 damage to it in our hand. I cannot add more blockers. I'm so sorry. Hey! Oh, we're 1 mana short? God!
Smell that? A bite's a cooking.
We're playing this now, so we'll still have enough mana next turn to play this. Damn, Warmother's call being 12. Would have gotten a free Anivia.
Victory lies ahead.
We don't care. We're playing it. Go. You could win us. You could win us the game. You will win us the game. They've got their board. We could live. We're gonna overwhelm them in a matter of turns. That has got to be our luck, though, man.
No one goes hungry.
I will gladly put a block here. I'll gladly put a block here.
A morsel of regret.
I get a free minion every single turn. I want my shit to die.
I cannot be sated.
Let's go. I will play a leveled up Anivia. Worst case scenario is they top decked another Detain.
The spirit
And
of
even then, another top deck Detain is not that bad at this point.
for my homeland.
I'll attack all out, bro. Barrier, cool.
Defend and protect.
It still takes damage because of that, but I guess I understand the idea of what you were going for. Withering Whale's looking really, really sexy right now. Double Anivia. Double Warmother's Call. I never even thought about playing 2 of them. There's 2 of these going on. We get 2 minions every turn. Until we're out. That's about right. Jesus, I don't feel like we had good luck at all that game, but we did end up getting through. I think our, obviously our deck has the late game and theirs didn't. Hey there, everybody, welcome back to Plat. Purplatypus is the name, or Runeterra is the game today. And today we are playing Warmother's Call. Basically, it's a whole deck built around Warmother's Call, and you might be thinking, why are you running 2 of it if it's a deck built around it? Well, I mean, obviously we could win without it, but it's also 12 mana, so it's not exactly something you want to get multiple copies of in your hand in the early game. So 3 of could just be, it's just too clunky. You can't afford to run 3 of a card this expensive. You just want to draw 1 of them over the course of the game, and 2 is the right number for that. Outside of that, what are we doing? We're playing just a combination of a lot of removal, every removal piece essentially in these 2 colors, or rather regions, and then just like some of the better creatures. Our only creature that's early game is an Iceveil Archer, and that's because it's fantastic defensively, especially if you're going into turn 2 on the defensive, and they play their 2-drop, and then you could just boom play this 2-drop, basically nullify their coming up attack, or just have a great blocker whenever you want. It's not as good if you want to use it while you're trying to attack, but while you're on the defense and they want to play a card, this card is really, really good. Outside of that, we've obviously got the 5 mana 5/5, grants your whole deck +1/+1. All the removal: Grasp of the Undying, Withering Whale, Avalanche, Vile Feast. Catalyst of Aeons is to ramp our mana, so we obviously can get to the late game. Not in love with this card. It doesn't. The issue is it's just a hard time to find a good time to play this card, because especially when there's 3 copies of it. If you have multiple of them in your hand, if you're at 10 mana, this thing just heals your Nexus by 3 because you don't gain an empty mana gem when you're already at the max mana gem. So it's 5 mana heal 3, which is terrible. But even in the earlier game, you're spending 5 mana to get 1 empty gem. So this doesn't really ramp you into anything the next turn, right? Because you're using all your spell mana to summon this. So frequently I'll feel like I can't play this because I want to have enough mana to Ruination next turn or something like that. Or it feels too clunky for me. But it is also synergistic with the deck. I might cut down 1 of them and add something else. I'm not exactly sure what I would add off the top of my head, but 3 of those feel like they're little too much do-nothing cards, even though they do accelerate us to our late game. It can be really hard to find time to play them. Atrocity is a 1 of. This card's ridiculous, mostly with Tryndamere, but it's good with Anivia as well. Not good with Anivia, but it's fine with Anivia. But this card is like really mostly for the meme Tryndamere. You play Tryndamere, you attack with it, and then when they don't, they clear blockers, you kill Tryndamere to deal 8 damage directly to their Nexus, and Tryndamere levels up, and then he, boom, attacks for an extra 1 damage, overwhelm anyway. So it's like almost like giving Tryndamere double strike for 1 attack for 6. It's really good, but it's kind of memey. That's why it's 1. Soul Gorger, just a pretty good lifesteal blocker. I will say, it's just a pretty good card. I don't have anything negative to say. What I was gonna say about it is that this deck overall is pretty bad against Yasuo decks, because they'll play that 6 mana 6/6, I think it is, stun the weakest enemy every turn. And when we're like, the only things we're playing are late game stuff like Anivia and Soul Gorger, it's just a very, very brutal card. So Yasuo decks, even though I don't think they're that good, I do think have an insanely good matchup against us, especially because a lot of our removal that does 3 damage, Grasp of the Undying, things like Vengeance, things like Ruination, they're very, very easy to get interfered with Ionia. They've got Will of Ionia to just bounce their own things back. They've got just Recall. They're not playing that many of that, but in Yasuo decks, a lot of times they will. And then obviously Deny, and then there's Twin Disciplines, and there's just so many things that, well, I guess those don't stop Vengeance and Ruination, but like our 3 damage. Like I found it impossible to kill their creatures, even with all this removal. Mostly just because Ionia is good at getting rid of, playing really defensively. And they had a lot of just grant barrier and lifesteal. So yeah, be careful for that. Shiyu Wanders hits a surprisingly large amount of, The one game I played it in, that I did end up drawing it, it would have killed one of my Icevale Archers, one of my Vile Feasts, one of my Spiders from Vile Feast, and then only one of their minions. So I would have actually killed 2 of mine and only 1 of theirs, so it felt kind of awkward. But in the matchups where it's good, it's obviously insane. Something you definitely want. Plus, if you just get it from Warmother's Call, it's ridiculous. So overall, I feel like this is just obviously a control deck where you want to win with more Warmother's Call. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, but I feel like this control deck is almost like old at this point. I don't know how long you guys have been playing Runeterra, but like, I feel like this is a deck like on release was like really, really powerful. And then over time, it just feels like this is like what control decks used to be really good as, which is like some of this style of removal. But like things like Ruination and Vengeance are just really clunky and slow at this point in the game. They could be really good. Like a well-timed Ruination when they leave their shields down absolutely just instantly wins you the game, no doubt. But so many people are good at playing around these cards now that I feel like this is a much harder control deck. It's probably just harder to play, but also I feel like it's not as good as players have gotten better at playing against these style of decks. So I did find it surprisingly kind of hard to win against mid-range decks, surprisingly. Not really aggro, because aggro, you do have a lot of the early game stuff. And like in Magic, you know, control destroys mid-range for the most part and loses to aggro. But I feel like this is kind of the opposite in this. I feel like you do really good against aggro because you have the, you know, Avalanche, Vile Feast, Icevale Archer. You have healing, ramp and healing, great blockers and healing, you know, blockers that come back. So it's really good against that kind of stuff. Once you resolve 1 or 2 of those things, you just win the rest of the game. But in mid-range, I feel like they go powerful a little bit too fast, and they're really good at playing defensively around your removal. And like Ruination sometimes is just a card like you play it and you can instantly win the game, or you play it, they deny it, you just instantly lost the game, you know? And more times than not, they have the deny, or more times than not, they have the ability to give something +1/+1. So, you know, this doesn't kill it. Now they're getting in for a lot of damage. So I think it's a deck you do need to practice with if you want to go on ladder. But overall, honestly, getting Warmother's Call out feels good. That's what the deck's about, and that part it does really well. I think Tryndamere does a lot of the carrying of this deck. You're really trying to win with Tryndamere most of the time. Everything else is kind of keep you alive, make things stronger, and then you're trying to win with Tryndamere and Anivia, you know, your champion. So this isn't very a budget-friendly deck by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually one of the more expensive decks I think I've ever played in Runeterra. Yeah, tons of epics and obviously a full champion slot. But guys, if you like the games, please let me know. If you don't like the games, please let me know. Either way, the Purplatypus is Purplatypus, and I'll see you next time.